Imagine a single man possessing so much wealth that he could single-handedly crash the economy of an entire region simply by being generous. This is not a fable from a storybook, but a documented historical event from the 14th century. The man at the center was Mansa Musa, the emperor of Mali, who ruled from about 1312 to 1337. To put his fortune into perspective, modern economists reach figures so astronomical they defy comprehension. Some estimates place it north of $400 billion, dwarfing today's tech billionaires. And this wasn't paper wealth. It was the solid, gleaming reality of pure gold. His name echoed among cartographers and merchants as a king whose lands were paved with gold. To understand Musa's fortune, understand his empire. The Mali Empire at its zenith was a vast, powerful state located in West Africa, stretching across an immense area: Mali, Senegal, the Gambia, Guinea, Mauritania, and Niger. Not remote, cosmopolitan. It sat astride the crucial trans-Saharan trade routes, highways of sand that carried commerce for centuries, linking sub-Saharan Africa to the Mediterranean and the Middle East. From the south came the medieval world's most coveted commodity, gold, from Bambouk and Bure. From the north came salt, hewn at Tagaza, as prized as gold in the forests, essential for life and preservation. Mali's rulers controlled flows north and south, and taxed everything that passed. Cities flourished into vibrant hubs of trade and scholarship. Mansa Musa's rise to power was not preordained. He was not a direct heir. Mali's succession had meritocratic elements. His predecessor, Abu Bakr II, was consumed by a different ambition: to find the limits of the Atlantic, to sail across the unknown. He sent 200 ships. Return only if you reach the far shore or run out of provisions. Only one returned, its captain speaking of a river in the middle of the sea. Undeterred, Abu Bakr led a greater fleet and vanished. Musa, appointed regent, ascended around 1312 to rule Mali. He inherited prosperity and raised Mali to cultural, economic, and territorial peaks. A skilled administrator and devout Muslim, he secured routes and fostered stable growth. His faith guided justice and diplomacy, wealth funded architecture and scholarship. A nation builder, diplomat, and man of profound faith, poised for the journey that made him a legend. In 1324, Mansa Musa embarked on the Hajj. No ordinary journey, a moving city of staggering opulence. Arab chroniclers speak of 60,000 in his retinue, including a personal guard 12,000 strong, robed in silk, bearing gold. 80 to 100 camels dedicated to gold, each with 100 to 300 pounds of pure dust. Nearly 4,000 miles, a perilous year-long trek. He funded mosques weekly, gave alms, and gifted rulers lavishly. In Cairo, he stayed 3 months and showered the Mamluk court with gifts. He gave so much gold that its very value shifted beneath people's feet. At first, euphoria, profits soared, money flowed, but supply and demand struck with brutal efficiency. Al-Umari notes the gold dinar crashed, prices for necessities spiked, savings evaporated, bread, oil, everything cost more. The gold shock depressed markets for over a decade. On return, Musa borrowed gold at a loss, medieval quantitative tightening to restore value. His pilgrimage was also a cultural and intellectual event. It put Mali and Timbuktu on the Islamic world's intellectual map. Musa used wealth to recruit architects, scholars, poets, jurists. Most notably, the Andalusian master Al-Sahili. He introduced new techniques like fired brick and led a building wave. Djinguereber Mosque still stands, a testament to fusion and faith. Palaces and mosques reshaped Mali's urban landscape. Timbuktu evolved from trade post to a great center of learning. Sankore grew into a major university, attracting students from Africa and the Middle East. They studied theology, law, mathematics, astronomy, a city of books. Libraries held hundreds of thousands of volumes, Islamic and pre-Islamic wisdom preserved. Musa invested gold into mosques, libraries, universities, a legacy outliving the metal. His story is spectacle and a medieval case study in inflation, soft power, and value. It counters narratives that diminished Africa's pre-colonial achievements. Wealth can build or break, but used with vision, it shapes civilizations. The pages endure longer than the price of gold. See the Sahara differently, as connection, not divide. That is why we still speak of him today.